Welcome to another exciting edition of Kickstarter Talk. This is issue 23. Grab a TERCONA tea on your walk to Elk Mountain while crossing with Ruby and her warriors. What does all that mean? Well, let's find out what Kickstarters are on the show. By the way, my name is Mr. Anderson, and I am the advocating voice for indie advocates, and this is the only show that takes the time to talk to you about all the amazing projects on Kickstarter. What we're going to do quickly, just show you guys so you always know, to find out where all the live Kickstarters are, all you guys got to do is go right here to Kickstarters and click the link. If you want to know what Kickstarters are ending soon, just check out the link right here, Kickstarter Last Rites. On the show today, we have, first off, supporting Kickstarter, as a reminder, only takes $1, and $1 can show support. It attracts attention, helps fund projects, supports creators, and creates new worlds. It also stops the awful reboot culture that we live in. Kickstarter for the Independent Creator, a second edition, a practical and informative guide to crowdfunding written by Madeline Holly Rising, can help you make your next Kickstarter successful. Available now on Amazon. On today's show, we'll find out how to fund TERCONA with a t-shirt, watch the Phantom Hawk return, travel to Elk Mountain, crossing. Ducky is on the show, as well as the Cthulhu Kids. We're going to check out Ruby and the Warriors. We're going to see if the reign of Cthulhu is strong. We're going to see what's going on with Project Axis. We're going to meet the Fist. We're going to see who the binary star is. We're going to travel into the darkness. We're going to see Lycan number 2. We're going to get some hot lunch. We're going to find out what we all we ever wanted. And we're going to see the epic misadventures of Deathbag. Deathbag. I got it right. First try there. So all that's on the only show that supports Kickstarters by showing you the videos like a trailer show. And it all begins right now with the TERCONA t-shirt video campaign.
Hello. How are you? My name is Frank James Bailey. I'm a voice actor and a writer. I've written 3 books: TERCONA Book 1, Our New Home; TERCONA Book 2, Dr. Kuhn the Banana Gun; and TERCONA Book 3, Trinity Traps. They're available on Amazon.com and TERCONA.com as well. My next adventure is a comic book. Now, the only problem is I'm not an artist. I'm a writer, so I have to hire artists to make the pages and draw the pictures. Well, this is where you guys come in. Sort of. I know I have a lot of fans who like TERCONA already. I've written 3 books, and the TERCONA fan club on Facebook has well over 3,000 people who like the page or are members of the fan club. And I've reached a lot of people, and people are drawing TERCONA as well. So hopefully, people will support me in trying to raise money so I can pay my artist and make the T-shirt. I'm sorry, make the comic book, which will be out sometime in 2019. That's the goal. Here's how the T-shirt campaign works. I'm starting T-shirts off at $20 each. Now, if they were any lower, like $15, I'd have to sell at least 50 of them to actually have them make the T-shirt, because you use your credit card and you buy the T-shirt, but none of it is charged until the campaign is over with. And when the campaign is over with, I have to sell a certain amount of them to meet their deadline or their criteria, their borderline. And if I meet that that number, then they print off all the T-shirts, and everything after that is money that I make. So if I sell at least 25 T-shirts, then they'll make all the T-shirts in 30 days. I'm hoping to sell a lot more than just 25, because the more money I raise, the better I can make this comic book look. So I really need your help. This way you get a good-looking, cool TERCONA T-shirt, and I get to raise money to help fund my comic book of TERCONA. So I'd really appreciate it if you were to check out the T-shirt here, buy a T-shirt, and help me fund the next TERCONA comic book. Thanks a lot for watching my video, and thanks a lot for buying a T-shirt. Bye-bye.
So get a T-shirt and help fund a comic book. Speaking of a comic book, let's find out how the Phantom Hawk has returned.
All right, afternoon, everybody. It's today's mission briefing. It's today's date. Time is 19:30 hours. All right, guys. We just received actionable intel on target 08011978. Master Sergeant Maximilian Nicholas Malone, Communications Sergeant, 5th Special Forces Group, former member of ODA 590. We know this guy. We've heard of him. The guy's a legend. For the last few months, there's been reports of an aggressive vigilante in Crestview City. And he's been calling himself the Phantom Hawk. So far, he's been knocking over pharmaceutical companies, mob bosses, and drug dealers. The subject now seems to be content just dealing out a little street justice. No big deal, right? Something we all wish we could do. Okay, so here's where it gets interesting. About 4 weeks ago, we received a blood sample. It was sent to a forensics lab in connection with the Phantom Hawk character. Now, their search didn't yield any results, but it ended up in our database. When we intercepted the DNA pattern, we were able to figure out who it is. This blood belongs to Master Sergeant Malone. Now, prior to this, Master Sergeant Malone was believed to be killed in a terrorist attack outside Crestview City when a secret CIA facility was blowing all to hell. And some government tech was stolen prior to the explosion. So we have it on good authority that not only is Master Sergeant Malone alive and well, but he may have a connection to, if not be, this Phantom Hawk character. Now, this is just a warning letter. As more information becomes available and DC gives us the green light to go get this guy, we will interdict Master Sergeant Malone and recover any stolen government tech in association with this target. But for right now, I want you guys to get some rest, refit, and prepare to move out at 0900. This is Nick Garber, president of Apogee Comics and the creator of Phantom Hawk. I'm so pleased to be launching this project today. I created Phantom Hawk about 25 years ago and started making comics about him in 2011. It has been a long road filled with excitement as I've shared this story with all of you. Now we get to launch Phantom Hawk in the Apogee Comics universe. With a story by Ray Merrick III and drawn by Dino Agor, with colors by the fabulous DC Alonso, who's done color work on the Crimson Guardians and War Drums. This story is a continuation of the original series as we move Phantom Hawk further into the Apogee universe with an introduction of his most lethal villain to date, Blood Raven. In this issue, you will see Phantom Hawk face with challenges never before encountered. He no longer has the public trust. The cops no longer see him on their side. And there is blood in the water, so to speak. This will be a trying time for Phantom Hawk as he navigates through this world of deception and setup. So here we are with the Kickstarter. This is where we need your help as backers. Every cent made during this campaign will go towards production and distribution of this comic. We have offered some fantastic rewards for this campaign, including one-of-a-kind Phantom Hawk action figure, as well as pieces of original art from the first 5-issue arc. So if you're a new fan of Apogee or an old fan of Phantom Hawk, the story provides captivating storytelling that not only entices new readers, but offers more to the long-running fans for the series. And I hope we here at Apogee can count on your support and continued fanship. This is Nick Garber of Apogee Comics, creator of Phantom Hawk, hoping that you will back this project. And there's many more projects to come.
All right. How awesome is that? I always love that video. Speaking of awesome, check out Elk Mountain and listen to the creator behind this. I think he has stumbled upon a really interesting concept.
Hey everybody, my name is Jordan Clark. I am the writer and co-creator of Elk Mountain. If you do know me, you probably know me from Bitch Planet Triple Feature. I have a story in there about the watches and the dating. But I do want to tell you a little bit about my new project and kind of give you some reasons why you should check it out and possibly give us some money. So Elk Mountain is a story that basically is surrounded by the question of heroes and community. So what is a hero's responsibility to the communities that they defend, and what is that community's responsibility to them? Is it wise to put so much stock into one person, no matter how powerful or all-knowing they might be, is it wise to expect somebody to be there all the time, to protect you all the time, to save you all the time? And as a community, what should we do, even though, you know, we have this person? What are our responsibilities to ourselves and to them? So the story is about a hero named Valor, who kind of follows Superman's origin slightly. Superman is technically an immigrant. He's from another planet. Our hero is from Panama. His parents kind of flee during the height of all the Noriega stuff. They come to America trying to give themselves and their unborn child a better life. Valor is born here, but his parents have to flee and go back to South America. So he's kind of left behind and adopted and raised by these people in the small town. As he develops and grows, he gets these powers similar to Superman. He's strong, he's fast, he can fly. He's not invulnerable. I mean, if you hit him enough, it's gonna hurt. But he does eventually become this big time superhero. But unlike Superman, he decides to stay in the small town that he grew up in. So they kind of form this almost symbiotic relationship. I mean, he is responsible for a lot of the tourism and the income into the small town. So they are dependent on him in more ways than just him protecting them. But something happens that I won't give away that kind of takes him out of the picture for longer than he's ever been. I mean, he's you know, gone to space before. He's gone to the bottom of the ocean before. Been gone about, you know, a week, 2 weeks, but he usually comes back. But this time he's gone for a long time, long enough that people start to think that he might be dead. And this brings all kinds of stuff onto the town, but it also kind of raises people's questions in people's minds about what was he really ever doing there? You know, maybe he didn't belong there. Maybe he was something a little bit more sinister and kind of playing on the fears that people do have about immigrants in real life, and kind of how, even though, you know, people have lived next to each other for 10 years, have worked with each other for a long time, you know, now with a lot of the fear mongering that's going on, people are giving just decent, everyday, hardworking people who are trying to immigrate into this country suspicious looks, dirty looks, and worse. So, you know, taking that idea and transposing it onto this larger kind of, you know, Superman-esque figure, I think is a really interesting thing that we dig into here. And hopefully it's something that you will enjoy. I'm joined on the project by Vince Underwood on art, Brittany Peer on colors, who has done stuff for Boom Studios. She did Misfit City. She did some Power Ranger stuff. And on letters, the now Eisner nominated Hassan Otune Elahu, who you might know from stuff like Strip Panel Naked, Panel by Panel, and he'll be lettering Shanghai Red coming out from Image Comics later in the year. So we've got a great creative team. They're doing some amazing work. I'm very lucky and humbled to be working with such talented people. But on that end, instead of doing rewards that are more kind of just, you know, sticker based and pin based, I mean, we have some of that stuff, but we really wanted to keep it focused on the book. So you'll see a lot of the rewards that we're doing are more along the lines of extra back matter for the book, looking into the creative process of each member of the team, and kind of showing you, you know, how I wrote the story, how Vince drew the story, how Brittany colored the story, how Haas lettered the story, and how all of those things kind of came together to create the final product, as well as kind of giving you a look at each of those processes in a way that will allow you, if you're somebody who's interested in making comics, to kind of get an inside look at how different people do what they do. So if you want to learn how to color, you know, in what Brittany does, she'll kind of show you how, you know, she does what she does, and how you can apply that to what you want to do, and on down the line. So we're very excited about this project. I think everybody is feeling a good energy, and hopefully that energy is going on to you. Hopefully you see the passion behind this project, and hopefully you decide that you'd like to help us bring it to life. So that's Elk Mountain. Please scroll down below, check it out, and hopefully you like it. Hopefully you tell somebody about it. Thank you.
That looks pretty awesome, right? I know you guys are excited like I am about it. Elk Mountain looks so cool, doesn't it? I want to take a trip up there. Talking about taking a trip, let's talk about crossing.
Crossing will be a 6-issue miniseries, and we're back on Kickstarter to print and distribute issues 2 and 3. That's right, this is a double-sized campaign to fund not just 1, but the next 2 issues. Despite some mature, heavy-hitting themes, Crossing is a comedy about 2 people who wouldn't like each other under normal circumstances, much less paranormal, but have to work together if they're ever going to be free of each other. In the first issue, MC and Nina have a meet-cute with a locomotive, and it's a roller coaster of pain until the very end. In the next issues, we meet a support group of ghosts and hosts in the same predicament. Through it all, there's a murder mystery still to be solved, and these next issues are all about what's going on behind the scenes. Each comic is full color and will be published digitally and in print. Production is finished, and a print run of 500 copies of each is guaranteed when we hit 100% funded. Script for the entire series is complete, and we'll be rolling straight into issue 4 after San Diego Comic-Con this July. My name's Monica Jang. I'm the writer and creator of Crossing, Azteca, Angel with the Bullet, and House of Montresor. Alex Cormack is an illustrator living in Tinsboro, Mass. He's worked with many publishers, such as Image Comics, IDW, Comics Tribe, Bliss on Tap, and Red Styler Media. Mark Mulaney is an Emmy-nominated animator and artist from Boston, Massachusetts. This Kickstarter campaign gets us to the halfway point in the series, but we need you to get us to the other side.
Guys, pretty cool, right? Definitely one of those things. You can hear that Jax has joined us, and he's in the room with me now, checking out what I'm doing. Speaking of checking things out, you guys should check out Ducky. It's a play on Chucky, but this time he's a duck. And this is Run Rubber Ducky. You wouldn't want to find him about. He'll be your friend to the end. The trouble is, he will be your end. Now let's check out something a little more lighthearted. The Cthulhu Kids.
What would a Lovecraftian school for the naughty offspring of mythos characters look like? Hi there, cultists. I'm comic creator and artist Andrew Pawley. You might know me from my several successful Kickstarters for my comic Galaxafreaks. Along with writer Peter Duncan, we've created a title for you that mashes up the jubilant anarchy of vintage British kids comics and the existential terror of the infinite universe. Cthulhu Kids is a 32-page comic book full of short stories that will in turn tickle your funny bone and then cast you into the void of existential terror. Join Kid Cthulhu, Dagon Jr., Sidney Shotguth, and the rest of the gang at the Miskatonic Academy for Outer Entities, the most exclusive school in the multiverse for the children of outer gods and elder things. The comic is finished, apart from some spaces for special guest appearances from Kickstarter backers, and all the pledge level products are well prepared. So we've come to Kickstarter to fund printing and distribution. A whole range of cool perks are available from membership of the infamous Kid Cthulhu Mythos Madness Club, exclusive hand-painted models, and even a special collector's box full of sketch covers and variant covers. Thank you in advance for all your support and bringing this project to life. With your help, we can spread the madness far and wide. So make sure you join in on the anarchic cosmic terror funnies and pledge today.
Definitely an interesting take on the Cthulhu mythos, right? Definitely digging it. Very creative creator. And speaking of very creative creator, let's check out something from the Evolutionine Spotty crossover, Spottity Entertainment crossover. It's Ruby, in the words of Dion. All right, so that's something new and fantastic. Reign of Cthulhu begins very soon to launch off Kickstarter. We've been talking about this for a while. Exciting new technology. Let's check it out.
So you find yourself sitting at your favorite chill spot when a foe walks in. You know they're a rival Reign of Cthulhu faction because of the crest on their shirt. You scan them, player information pops up, the hero they main, user, level, win-loss record, and if they're ready for battle. Challenge them. Once the challenge is accepted, a portal opens up between both players, and a chunk of the Cthulhu sunken city is pulled into our world. The battlefield can be 2 to 6 players in size. You get your first set of cards randomly drawn that represent minions, powers, and equipment, which can be placed on the battlefield. The battle takes place in turns. You and your opponent take territory with your cards, laying the groundwork for the war that lies ahead. The game has just begun, but we're at the end. The world's first native AR multiplayer game will soon be revealed.
Can't wait till it's revealed and blast off Kickstarter. But in the meantime, let's check in with the Fist.
Hey everyone, this is Brandon Beatros, writer and creator of The Fist, asking you to come out and support issue 2, which should be out sometime in July. If you're not familiar with the project, it is a crime noir vigilante story that takes place in 1918 Philadelphia. We have some really great rewards this time around, some specialties for Philly customers, so please check them out. Some cool clothing lines, hoodies, and things like that. Also, this is an all or nothing project, so if we don't reach our goal, we will not be funded. So please help make that happen, and everything should be out by July. And check out some of our artwork. You can also read issue 1 for free at blackstonecomics.com. So if you've not checked it out yet, please do so. And thank you very much.
Brandon, very exciting creator. Very cool that he involved his character's hometown in the pledges and rewards level. Speaking of something very cool, let's check out the Binary Star.
Hi guys, my name is Jamie Premack, and I'm a comic artist, writer, illustrator, and so-called space goth. I'm also the writer and illustrator of the sci-fi webcomic series Binary Star, and this is my first ever Kickstarter, so I'm really excited about this. Binary Star is a sort of a comedy drama, something like Emperor's New Groove meets Enemy Mine, and it tells the story of a hot-tempered bounty hunter named Zaki, who is trying to capture an alien outlaw from an icy planet. Unfortunately, it turns out that every other bounty hunter in the galaxy got the same memo, and Zaki starts to realize that if she wants to turn in the bounty for this so-called snowman, she might have to become the #1 protector first. I launched this series last February, and since then I've been uploading 3 pages a week, and I've never missed a deadline. So we're actually on our 8th chapter already. I've also had the first 6 chapters printed as individual floppy comics, and we've sold more than 200 copies, so I think it's time to take Binary Star to the next level. I really want to collect chapters 1 through 5, which I consider to be Act 1, into a single trade entitled The Big Cosmic Joke. I'm hoping to print 400 trade paperback copies of this book, plus 100 limited edition hardcover copies. But both versions will contain an additional 10 pages of bonus material never before seen, including an encyclopedia about aliens that we've encountered in the series, world-building lore, bonus art, and of course a thank you page with the names of all the amazing people that contribute to this Kickstarter. Additional rewards will include the first ever art prints for Binary Star. I recently taught myself how to digitally paint, and so these are 2 of the 3 illustrations that will be available. Obviously on better paper than this. Other awards will include a PDF version of the series, stickers, original sketches, commissions. Because, you know, up until now, I've done this entire series by myself, you know, penciling, inking, promoting it at conventions, and I've just always dreamed of seeing it collected as a book. But unfortunately, I just cannot take this series to the next level by myself. I need your help to turn this dream into a reality. If you can pledge, you will have my eternal gratitude. And if you can't pledge money, that's okay. Just spread the word. Anything that you can do to help, I would really appreciate it. As with any Kickstarter, this is all or nothing. So I really want this to succeed so that I can share this book and these illustrations with you guys. So again, anything you can do to help, I'd really appreciate it. I'm so excited about this, you guys. You all are amazing. I love you. Thank you so much for listening.
Just an exciting. I love a creator who shows their passion. That makes me want to instantly back that creator. Just amazing. Speaking of amazing, let's check out this amazing idea, Project Access.
Imagine a man on the brink of creation. Imagine a creator in search of his creation. This summer, Dark Elf Designs invites you to journey into a place and time much like our own. A land full of shadow and betrayal, intrigue and deception. This is the world of Project Access. Project Access is a comic book written by Nick Gibson with pencils by Jason Johnson, inks by Kendra Hale, colors by Dexter Lopez, and letters by Francisco Zamora. We're looking to do a full print run in addition to other avenues. With your help, we can do just that. Check out the various award tiers below and consider supporting us. Child needs your help.
I know you guys are like, wow, how do I back it? All you got to do is click these little links below. Join Access on Kickstarter by clicking here. But let us all take a journey into the darkness.
Hi, I'm Mark with Into the Darkness, and this is footage of a cat playing with an Easter egg. Can I get the first issue artwork in there, guys? That's better, thank you. As I was saying, Into the Darkness is a new indie comic series looking to launch in the next couple of months, and we could really use your help to make that happen. Now, I'm not going to sit here and reiterate everything. You can read right below this video, where you can check out our characters, our storyline, and even view the first 7 pages of the book. Now, what I will do is tell you a little bit about myself and why Into the Darkness is worth your time. My name is Mark Zuptich. I'm a front-end web developer with a background in fine arts and creative writing, and just like you, I am absolutely passionate about comic books. I love this medium, and I believe it is one of the best ways out there to tell a visual story to a wide audience. Stop that. Stop it. Our story crosses a wide variety of genres. We have action, we have martial arts, we have horror, we have character-driven drama. Now, aside from myself, we also have my good friend Sean Barber. I think you're going to find that his ink work adds an amazing style and energy to my own pencils. Rounding out our art team is Chris Hall, a 12-year veteran of the industry and the house colorist for Ebon Press. Overall, we've got an amazing team that is ready to deliver you unconstrained indie storytelling with AAA quality writing and art. Now, as you can see behind me, the first 7 pages are... Guys, we have talked about appropriate music selections. When I'm showing pages, dark and foreboding. As I was saying, the first 7 pages are completely done, inked, colored, lettered, everything's finished. We have a good jump on the black and white artwork for the next 13. What we need from you is no, no, no. Too blatant. Stop that. No. What we need from you is help getting these to our colorists to get finished, lettered to the printer, and physical form so we can get them to your hands. Now, if that doesn't convince you, we've gotten some really good positive pre-release reviews. We also have a large following on Facebook, and at that note, I want to reach out to all of our wonderful fans on Facebook, Instagram, and our social media outlets and say thank you so much for your support in the last year when we put this project together. Thank you very much, and I look forward to meeting you as we take our journey into the darkness. Seriously, again, I hate you guys.
All right. Now I know you want to take a journey into the darkness. Don't be too scared. Back it now on Kickstarter. We're excited to tell you that Lycan issue number 2 is now on Kickstarter. That's right. This is a Kickstarter for the 2nd issue of the Lycan comic book. Check it out. It's the exciting continuation of Lycan number 1. We don't have a video to share with you guys, but that doesn't mean you can't click the link to check out what is going on with Lycan in this new issue. But we've gone through a long list. Let's take a moment to have a hot lunch.
Hey, we're Nigel and Lau, and this is our Kickstarter campaign for the all-ages manga-style graphic novel Hot Lunch.
We ran a successful Kickstarter for The Samurai Chef, and we're back for our latest release. We started Mayamada to inspire creativity and to open up manga to an entirely new generation.
Comics are the gateway to a lifetime of reading. We're making stories that are accessible for young readers and readers young at heart.
We want to use manga to keep young people reading, so by taking part in this campaign, you can make that happen. Hot Lunch is a fun heist story with big goals and bold moves in the face of impossible odds.
It follows Taishi, a former chef turned master thief, set on a path to bring down a shadowy organization called the Circle of Flavor. Think the noble intent of Robin Hood meets a daring Ocean's 11 adventure.
But instead of George Clooney, a tiger in a suit. A really nice suit.
The story has been written, and if we hit our funding goal, we'll be able to produce the full graphic novel. That means artwork and printing.
As usual, we'll be working with the fantastic artist Penali, who's worked with us on our first 2 volumes, Samurai Chef and Sirius.
We've got some really cool rewards up for grabs, including the finished book, exclusive artwork, and the chance to donate a book to a young person or youth organization of your choice.
Why not send the book to those who will enjoy it the most? You can have a real impact and help young people as they continue on their reading journey.
We would love to have your support in this campaign. Check out the page below for more information and a free preview of what we've got so far.
And don't forget to back this project by clicking the green button and selecting your reward.
And if you don't have the money, you can still support by sharing the project with everyone you know. Friends, family, even strangers. Thanks for your support.
Now I know you guys are like me and you're like, wow, that's exciting. It also makes you hungry, right? A little hungry? This is brand new. I've never seen this trailer. We're going to see it together. Let's find out what we ever wanted.
Hi, I'm Tyler Chintana, publisher at A Waverly World, back on Kickstarter to tell you about our new anthology. All we ever wanted is a collection of stories about a brighter future, meant to inspire us and restore our belief that a better world is possible. I've teamed up with experienced editors Matt Miner and Eric Paligi, who spearheaded our last successful anthology. Together, we've assembled a group of phenomenally talented creators, eager to share with you their stories of the future. Story and art have always been a catalyst for change. We hope you'll support this campaign so that we can make these stories a reality.
I am the future!
Sorry about that. I'm just going to replay the video because my dogs went a little nuts.
Hi, I'm Tyler Chintana, publisher at A Wave the World, back on Kickstarter to tell you about our new anthology. All we ever wanted is a collection of stories about a brighter future, meant to inspire us and restore our belief that a better world is possible. I've teamed up with experienced editors Matt Miner and Eric Kaliki, who spearheaded our last successful anthology. Together, we've assembled a group of phenomenally talented creators, eager to share with you their stories of the future. Story and art have always been a catalyst for change. We hope you'll support this campaign so that we can make these stories a reality.
I am the future!
So that looks kind of badass. I love the amount of creators involved in that. Just superb grouping. Speaking of superb, well, not necessarily grouping, but you know me, I'm a huge fan of the Reaper, so of course I'm going to dig this. Check out Death Bag teaser. It's not long. Now, they did have another video, which we weren't allowed to share because, unfortunately, it does use a copyrighted song. But what I'm going to do for you guys, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to read to you. I'm going to read to you guys the pitch. So here it is. Epic Misadventures of Death Bag, Holier Than Thou Edition. The Epic Misadventures of Death Bag, Holier Than Thou collection for 4 issues of the comic, along with some special goodies. So, exciting group of Kickstarters we went over today. We talked about a Death Bag. We all about finding about everything that we ever wanted. And here, I'll actually go this way because it'll look better. There we go. We found out about Death Bag. We found out what we've always wanted and kind of cool. We had some hot lunch. We knew Lycan was back for number 2. We traveled into the darkness. We visited the Binary Star. We found out what the Fist was up to. We saw what Project Axis is all about. We found out that the Reign of Cthulhu is strong. We saw Ruby and the Warriors on an adventure. Cthulhu Kids is something new and unique. Ducky scared us to go into the bathtub. We crossed over Crossing 2 and 3. We visited the Elk Mountain. We found out more about the return of the Phantom Hawk, and we found out how we can fund a comic book with a t-shirt. Also, as always, if you were going to be doing your own comic book, a great way, comic book Kickstarter, a great way to learn some information about it is to read this book, now available on Amazon, written by the amazing Madeline Holly Rising. It's Kickstarter for the Independent Creators, 2nd edition, a practical and informative guide to crowdfunding. And remember, guys, that any one of these Kickstarters featured on the show today are worth at least $1. In fact, they all are. So rip out your digital wallets, go support a Kickstarter right now, and show support, attract attention, fund their projects, create new worlds with them, and support the creators, all by donating $1 single to every one of these Kickstarters. Well, do what you can, but remember, as one of the videos had pointed out, a share is so fundamental. But when you're sharing today, please do me a favor and say something during the share. That way you don't hit some Facebook algorithm that doesn't show it. We do live, unfortunately, in a new age and world where Kickstarters are blocked by Facebook, and a lot of things are. I mean, if something starts going viral on Kickstarter now, it deliberately slows down its reach. So you guys, you're advocates. Go out there and advocate for indie comics. Be a creator's hero. Support indie comics on Facebook today by, sharing and talking about it. That's the obvious thing here. But also, if you can, support them financially as well by backing a Kickstarter. If you have a Kickstarter that you want us to put on our show, just send us an email at indieadvocates@yahoo.com. We'll see you for Kickstarter Last Rites later this week. My name is Mr. Ernest, and I have been the advocating voice for the Kickstarters on the show today.